All the time the drawing is not like what you see in reality. Then the nucleus, this is simple columnar epithelium, so the nucleus usually it's at the same level, something like this. Okay? Cilia, don't forget the cilia. Okay? So this is the tissue, in case you want to draw it, so that you will not really forget it. Then, you will notice here that there is empty areas in between. ما فيهم شيء. They are empty. Something like this.
Is it the goblet cell?
Yes, they are the goblet cell. But why they are empty? We know the cells usually they contain nucleus. But these areas they are empty in between. Why?
For secretion? For secretion?
Yes, they are secreting material. Okay? And the material that they are secreting is a mucus material. So if you look here, it's sort of mucoid material. Mucoid. With the preparation of the slides, we'll add some things to prepare the tissue. So this material got lost to the preparation. So that's why they appear usually as empty areas. You know, a little bit of secretions. This will lead us to type of epithelium that's working as secretory epithelium, secreting material. Okay? One of the simplest types of the secretory epithelium is these goblet cells. I will once again one of these ones. Okay?
I just want to make sure we stain it with the PAS, PAS one.
For the mucus, yes, the specific stain is the periodic acid shift stain, PAS. Periodic acid stain. هتيجوا لها الاستوبات techniques next semester. تمام? This is one of the simplest types of epithelium. Already I think already you covered that in theory. Now, epithelium sometimes can be a bit more complicated, forming ducts, forming areas, okay? Like for example, usually we say that it's all the time on the surfaces. But sometimes it can form ducts. صح? Either simple ducts or maybe ducts ending with a sort of areas like this. So this will be covered by epithelium. Remember, all the time epithelium is covering either from inside or outside. Okay? So something like this. Don't forget each cell will have nucleus. Okay? One of the special functions of this epithelium is doing secretions, secretory epithelium, or what tissues that they do secretions, what we call them, secreting material like hormones. Glands, glandular epithelium, and this is what we are talking about today, or what you are going to see today. Glandular epithelium. So it's a special type of epithelium that got modified to have secretions. You can find it in glands. Two types, endocrine or exocrine. Remember the difference between these four types of the glands. Endocrine, the secretions, where they go?
Endocrine.
Directly to the bloodstream. How about the exocrine? The secretions, where they go? Like this one.
Inside the cell, like inside.
It will go to the ducts. صح? There is duct and it will be secreted. Whereas the endocrine, they are just cluster of cells like this. Maybe you remember last time the thyroid. حنشوفها اليوم مرة ثانية كمان. There is the parathyroid. These cells all the time, their secretion will go to the blood vessels next to them. Okay? So this is related to the glandular epithelium. Today we will see different types, like 1, 2, 3, 4 slides on this one. This is the first one, the goblet cells. The simplest one, with this one usually when it comes to the exam, this is like a gift to you. يعني علامة مجانا, goblet cell. Okay? A little bit more complicated, we will find out There is sebaceous glands in the skin. There is the submaxillary salivary glands, and also there is the thyroid and the parathyroid. خطتهم بالثيوري. في حد لسه ما سمع فيهم؟ You already took them in the theory, okay? وحاسبتم كمان شوي a little bit about them. So this is the first one. Any question on this one? This is what you need to have a look at. So remember, you start at the low power as we started here. You determine where is the tissue. Just a little bit. We need to give it some time to compensate for the light. This is the whole tissue. Remember, lining. And this is the epithelium. And then you need to go now to the high power to look at this and identify them. Maybe you take photos of the right one and so on. Okay? Any questions? This is for the goblet cells. Let's move to the next one. I will just ask you what's this tissue. So I will just go through it like this, and you tell me what is this type of tissue.
It's keratinized. Keratinized.
Keratinized what? Keratinized what? تبقى نكون كاملين.
لا مو أجل.
كeratinized what؟ شو اللي عندنا keratinized حكينا عنه المرة الماضية؟ Stratified ايش؟ squamous epithelium. هي already برضه مكتوب عنه وين راح؟ Stratified squamous keratinized epithelium, and this is in the skin because there is another type of epithelium that is non-keratinized. Okay? So you need to remember these ones. Today we are using this one as an example of secretions. What's there secreting in the skin? Here is our skin. What do we secrete in the skin? Does our skin do secretions? كلكم عندكم جلد صح? What does it secrete? Waste. What type of waste? What are the secretions of the skin, ya jamaa? Sweating, yes. Okay. So sweating, there is sweating glands, and they secrete sweat outside. These are type of what? Endocrine or exocrine? Exocrine. Just there is a duct, and it will do the secretions to outside. We will try to figure out where are these ones. طبعا there is one type sweating glands, برضه في another type اللي هو حوالين الشعر. These like glands that they secrete fatty-like material, the sebaceous glands. Okay. Today we will be just showing you the sebaceous glands. Sweating glands, we can see them, but sometimes they might be not clear. And this is part of sweat gland, but usually it got cut because of the cutting. Is there any other one? This is another one. It's part. The problem with these sections, they are not really typical as you see in the textbook. But it won't really show the whole duct. But with the sebaceous gland, the first thing you need to go and look for is their presence next to what? Next to what? I'm moving. What are these structures here? Starting from here and going up like this. Good section, one uncut section. What are these structures? Again, so they go from down here, see, and they go up. See? This one again. What are these? Very simple to know. شو في أكثر شيء in the skin؟
ميلانين.
غير الميلانين. The hair, yes. So all of these, they are hair follicles, so just they got cut section. This is like hair follicle. This is the hair starting from here and growing up. Okay? So hair follicles. Now usually associated with the hair follicles, you will find these structures here. See? كيف شكلهم? They are very unique in the shape. Okay? Let me just put it on the labeling so that also you won't get lost. It's here برضه واضحة. Okay. So, you want to look at this hair follicle? This is drawing. Usually drawing is sort of, show you the typical thing. Hair follicle, and next to the hair follicle you will see these are the sebaceous glands. Tamam? Like one more question, what's the function of sebaceous glands?
For sure secretion.
نعم.
For sure secretion.
For what? Definitely secretion. It's a gland, so it will do secretion. نعم.
Sweat.
لا حكينا like a sweating glands. These ones they are associated with hair. شكل اليوم انا جاوب كل الاسئله وما ما صارت. اخليكم السؤال هذا يو answer for your theory. Okay? So, sebaceous gland all the time associated with the hair follicle. This is the second type of the glands. Any questions عليها? This is how it appears on the slide that you are going to look at. And this is like just drawing, like typical drawing that you're gonna also need to look at. Okay? Okay. Then, we are using our outline. Now we will be moving to the submaxillary salivary glands.
Doctor,
Yes, okay.
to be honest, I googled it. It secretes oily and waxy substances.
Yes, oily and waxy substance. So that's why all the time around the hair there is oil and wax. طبعا depending levels of secretion تختلف حسب نوعية السكن. في ناس مثلا بشرتهم دهنية، ناس بشرتهم جافة. So this sort of good a little bit relation to it. Now, this is very important when we come to the salivary glands. When you look at the secretory glands, there is different arrangements of these glands. Either they got arranged like this at the end of the duct. Okay? Where is it? It's here, yeah. Already you covered it, by the way, in the theory. Serous acinus arrangement. Serous acinus. It's written here. I will try just to magnify it a little bit. They are just next to each other. Okay? So, serous acinus. And there is another arrangement or appearance of these glands called mucus acinus. What's the difference between both of them? Serous acinus and mucus acinus.
The mucus secretes mucus.
من اسمها, from its name, mucus acinus, معناته this one does mucus secretions. Whereas the serous one does another types of secretions. Come on? Now, when you're going to look at these ones under the microscope, let me just put a salivary gland. Salivary gland, that section. You see these are just the gland, and around it there is a fibrous tissue. Okay? I will go now higher magnification. It's now here. Again, you won't see really typical thing like the drawing. You know, all the time drawing just showing you the typical thing. But with this section, it's the real nice thing that will cut through. So if you see all these areas, they are areas that the section, and these areas they are the inside duct اللي هو هنا just got cut at the middle. طيب, you remember what was the shape of the goblet cells? It was mucus, and inside like foamy appearance. This we will take it as indication of the mucus acinus appearance. So here, where are the cells that really gives foamy appearance? We need to go to 40x. Okay. I need you to compare the appearance. Also, again, they are here next to each other, which is really better. Look at this appearance, for example, this one. These are cells next to each other. صح? And look at this one next to it. It's almost empty. شوي يمكن لو نخفف الإضاءة of the microscope, which won't really do because all the time it will compensate for the see how it's appearing like the foaming structure of the cells. And these are cells, they are in back. Remember, the contents of these ones was mucus that's washed away with the preparation. So these are what? Mucus acinus glands. Whereas these ones that they are intact cells, they are serous acinus glands. Now there is something special about these serous acinus glands because they are filled with the secretions. Sorry, not with these ones, with these ones, the mucus ones. So these ones, so all the time, because these mucus secretions, they will increase the size of the cell. They will be larger. So the cells around them, they will get squeezed around them. They will be making a shape like a moon. What we call it? Gemelion. Serous gemelion around them. واضح? In the drawing it's really clear. هنا just you need to put it out around them. See here? It's like this. You know, it's not really typical. You know, this one. It's just. By the way, in these sections you need to keep looking around. You need really to find out these structures. Look more than one field. See here? This is mucus acinus. See these cells, how they are making like a shape of moon? Or imagine it. They are squeezed to the next to them. Come on. These are mucus acinus. Let's look for some serous acinus. So while you are looking at these ones, imagine that your salivary glands, they are like this. واضح? Even when you check your mucus, your saliva, it got secretions. Part of them, there is some mucus. Okay? So these ones, they are mucus acinus. Whereas the other cells, they secrete the other secretions. Several cells with the saliva, maybe enzymes. Okay? Now, the appearance of this slide is depending on the preparation. So the mucus ones, the mucus got washed away, so what it will leave is just foam appearing structures. It's like foam. Okay? Whereas the other ones, they won't be, they are intact cells. They don't, because the mucus washed away, these cells, they stay with this. Come on? واضحة? So this is for these salivary glands. In case you got no other questions, we can just go to the next one. Next one is the, where are we? That's why, ya Jama'ah, you need to have your outline with you all the time. On your mobile phone, for example, it will show you the slides that you studied already. Now, thyroid and parathyroid gland. Already, last time you looked at what? Thyroid gland. So, thyroid acini. Okay? So, this is regarding this one. Before you move the slide, return back to the lowest magnification and remove the slide. Never remove the slide while it's on the higher magnification. It's the time at which the lens is just very close to the slide. You might hit the lens, you might affect the lens, scratch the lens, which we don't need really. Okay? Our last slide for today So all the time, thyroid and parathyroid glands, they are close relatives. All the time when you look at the thyroid parathyroid gland, they are next to each other. So this is the thyroid and this is the parathyroid, and it's small next to it. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay? All the time. And because it's dense with cells, it will appear like darker bluish color. Now, from the last time, it was the type of epithelium that surrounds the thyroid acinine. ذكروا؟ خبيها فوق. Cuboidal epithelium. Okay? So when you magnify this one, you will have a look at the cuboidal epithelium. See here, all of these ones. The thyroid gland, the cells. And this is colloid material. Secretory material, so 40x. Look here. Now, can you tell the difference between these cuboidal cells? They are like cube filled with the nucleus and the columnar epithelium. واضح? You should never really miss these ones together. Cuboidal, like a cube. Columnar, okay? It's a columnar, okay? So, definitely you are not going to miss it. Now, this is thyroid gland, and this is the cuboidal epithelium that you will see. How about the parathyroid gland? Now, in the parathyroid gland, there is different types of cells, which already also you covered in the theory. So, again here, these are the thyroid glands. Now, in the parathyroid, with that dense collection of the tissue, of the cells, you will have two types of the cells. One type of cells, these ones, dark cells. Okay? They are called Schiff cells. Number 4, Schiff cells. The other ones with lighter staining, they are called oxyphil cells. Each one of these ones does really different function in terms of the secretions. Okay? خايف أسألكم عن secretions وما تجاوبون. So I will give it to you. Because here just we are taking care of the description. واضحين؟ thyroid and parathyroid gland. This is what you're going to see today. Any questions, يا جماعة? So now, these are the slides. They are arranged for you. Please, just to maintain the separation and the distancing. Just when I see someone really taking a slide, بنتظر لحد ما يخلص. I will stay away like by 1 or 2 meters. They finish, I go and take my slides. There is enough slides for all of you. مو ضروري أبدأ في slide. Okay? To identify them. Maybe you need to take a photo with your mobile phone, and by this you are done. كلهم 1, 2, 3, 4 slides.